Hello, this is Ricky from Data Mastery and welcome to our channel. Have you ever accidentally deleted a table in Snowflake and thought it was gone forever? Don't worry, Snowflake's data recovery feature allow you to restore lost data instantly. In this video, I'll show you how to use time travel and undrop to recover deleted or modified data. Let's get started. So what is time travel? Time travel is a feature in Snowflake which allows you to recover previously updated or deleted data. In case you are using standard edition, then the data retention is only for 1 day, but for enterprise edition and above, the data retention is for 90 days. You can query the previous versions of a table using timestamp, or you can also use a query ID. And you can also restore dropped tables with a simple command which is called undrop. So I have a table in my demo.public schema and the table name is employees. And if I run a select query on my table, which is called employees, I'll get like 4 records. So right now I have 4 rows in here. And on the right side that you see here, this is the query ID. Each query that you execute in Snowflake generates a query ID. So this is a unique identifier for all the queries. And if you click on this query ID, it will take you to the query details where you can see how much time the query has taken. And this is the unique query ID. What was the query and the result for that query. And if you look at the query profile, it will tell you, okay, this query did a table scan, and from that table, it actually got the records. Now, if you try to run this command again, what's going to happen? In this case, you see here, it did not scan anything. So if you click on this new query ID, it will tell you that it has used the query results from a previous query. This is called a query cache in Snowflake. The query cache is validated for 24 hours. However, in case your data changes, then the next time you run the query, the table scan happens again. So it does not use the same query even if the data changes in the table. So what I mean by that, I can go and insert a new record into this table. Let's say insert into employees values 5, and then let's say Mike is the name and role is DevOps engineer, and then you can put a salary like 80,000 and you run this query again. So what I just did now, I inserted one record in the Snowflake table, and when I run the select statement again, and now you click on this new query ID, and you see that the table scan happened now. So it is not using the results of the previous query because we have modified the data. So Snowflake is intelligent enough to understand that, okay, the underlying data has changed. So I need to scan the table again, or view or table or whatever resource that you are querying your data from. So this is good thing to understand how these queries work and how query results are cached. But the point that I was just trying to make is that every query generates a query ID, and that is something that we will use when we will use the time travel feature. Now, in order to use time travel feature, let's try to delete a record. So I would say delete from employees, and then let's put a condition where role equals to, for example, analyst. So I have deleted one record, and I'm going to run the select statement again. And now you can see that I don't have a record where role was analyst and the ID was 2. So I have records with ID 1, 3, 4, 5, but the ID number 2 is missing. This is because I deleted that record. Now, if I go to this query ID, so this is my query, which, no, this is not the same one. So let's go to query history and go to the query where I deleted the record and copy this query ID. Now what I'm trying to show you how to use time travel with query ID. So now I want to recover the data before I made this change. So I deleted one record. Let's say I accidentally deleted it and I want to recover it now. So how you can recover it? You can say select star from employees before, and then you provide the statement. And for the statement, we're going to put the query ID of the query where we deleted this record. And here you can see that get the data from the employees table before this statement was executed, right? So now you can see that I'll see all the 5 records. But if I go to my actual table and run the select statement, I still see 4 records. Now how you can recover it? So I know that, okay, I can run the select statement, using the query ID, and I can get the data. But how exactly I can insert it back into the table? So we will see that, but before that, let me show you another method, which is using timestamp. So for example, I have this query which is going to select the data from employees table. And with the timestamp feature, I can say that, okay, get me the data, which was there in the table before 3 minutes or 4 minutes or 5 minutes. So you can change these values. Now here what we did, we inserted the data, the row number 5, and then we also deleted one record from the table. So before this insert statement, we had 4 records. So we inserted one and then we deleted one. So, calculating this, the exact time is going to be tricky. That's why using the query ID is always a little bit better than using the time. But you can play with this. Let's say if I run this query now. So 3 minutes ago, I had 4 records. As you can see here, the ID number 2 is missing. So that's where we deleted this record. So let's say what's going to be the results for 5 minutes. So still we have one missing, but that is after deleting the analyst role. So let's go and put 6 minutes. And now you can see that we have all the 5 records here. Now, if you go back further, you will see 4 again, because this is where we inserted the row number 5. But before this row number 5, we had 4 records. So if you go back, let's say all the way to 10 minutes, and you can see here, I don't have ID number 5, which means I'm getting that data before I inserted the data into this table. So you can play with the timestamp feature or timestamp method as part of your time travel feature, or you can use these query IDs, which is more predictable to get the data before you actually make any change. So this was about how to query the data which you changed in the past. Now let's see how I can add the data based on the recovery that I'm gonna make. So run the select statement again on the table just to see what's the exact data that you have in the table. And I have 4 records and ID number 2 is missing. And if I run this query, and I can see that I have all the 5 records. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run another query, which is going to be insert into employees. And then I'm going to select this query. And then I know that row ID 2 is missing, or ID number 2 is missing. So I can put a condition here where ID equals to 2. So I don't need to insert all the records. I just need to insert which is missing. So I have inserted one record back into the table, and if I run a select statement again, now you can see that I have all the 5 records in the table. So this is how you can recover that data. This is the feature, the time travel feature, and you use that and you put the query ID, or you can use the timestamp to get the historical data, and then you can insert it back into the table. Now that was about recovering the data of your table. What if you actually end up deleting the entire table? Maybe accidentally you drop a table like this, drop table employees, right? Now if you have no backup, what are you going to do? You just cannot do anything in the traditional systems. But what Snowflake allows, it allows you to undrop a table. But before I do that, I'm just going to run the select statement again. And now you see that employees table does not exist, right? Because we have dropped it. Now to recover this entire table, simply run this command, undrop table employees. And that's it. Your table has been successfully restored, and you can go and run the select statement again, and you get your entire table back with all the records. So this is super cool. This feature is built in, like you don't have to configure anything to use time travel. Only thing that you need to take care of is the Snowflake edition that you're using. If it's enterprise or above, the 90 days retention is applicable. If it's a standard edition, then only 1 day of retention is there. So you just have to make sure of that. But that's all about it. This is so simple to recover the data which you probably accidentally delete while working on your data, working on your table. And it's super easy to restore the data back. And we have seen various ways in how you can get the record back, like if you have modified a few records, or you can get the entire table back if you have deleted that accidentally. So that's all about for this video. If you think this is helpful, please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up on the video, and also hit that the bell icon for notification of the new videos that we're going to drop. If you have any question, please do ask in the comments, and we make sure that we will answer all of your questions. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.